You have massive goals. You can see the exact life you want to build, the business you want to launch, or the project you want to finish. You even know the specific steps required to get there. But when you actually sit down at your desk to do the work, you freeze. You stare at a blank screen. You tell yourself you'll start in 5 minutes, and then an entire hour passes. The intention is there, but your body refuses to move. From the outside, this looks like a failure of willpower. Observers might assume you lack discipline or simply need a better calendar system to manage your time. However, true laziness is characterized by a lack of internal conflict. A person who doesn't care about the result feels no distress when they choose to relax. If you feel a persistent nagging friction, a state of crushing guilt and anxiety that follows you even when you're trying to distract yourself, it means your inaction is involuntary. This agonizing emotional distress suggests we are seeing something deeper than a character flaw. It indicates a survival response that has been misdirected toward our modern responsibilities. The trigger for this response usually comes down to a psychological pattern called maladaptive perfectionism. Tying your entire sense of self-worth to a flawless result changes the nature of your to-do list. A simple project or a routine assignment starts to feel like a definitive referendum on your competence, making the prospect of even a small mistake feel dangerous. Faced with that kind of pressure, your brain interprets the task as an active threat. The paralysis you feel is a defense mechanism. Your mind is trying to protect your ego from the potential pain of failing to meet your own impossible standards. To quickly soothe that severe performance anxiety, your brain seeks out immediate relief. You pick up your phone, open social media, or find a trivial chore because it offers a fast, guaranteed hit of comfort. This act of avoidance secures your peace of mind for the afternoon, while simultaneously ensuring that your long-term goals remain out of reach. To understand why this happens, we have to look at the physical architecture of your brain. Every time you face a challenging task, a battle breaks out between two competing regions, the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. The prefrontal cortex is the rational center of your mind. It sets your goals, handles complex planning, and manages your long-term intentions. The limbic system is your ancient emotional brain. It ignores your 5-year plan because it strictly prioritizes immediate safety and avoiding discomfort in the present moment. When your ambition makes a task feel overwhelming, the amygdala, the alarm bell inside the limbic system, detects a threat. This triggers a limbic hijack. The primitive emotional brain seizes control, pushing aside the logical plans of the prefrontal cortex and forcing you away from the work. If you find yourself caught in this neurological trap, take a second to subscribe to the channel. We explore these hidden mechanics to help you understand your brain and regain your focus. When you procrastinate, you aren't fighting a lack of discipline. You are fighting millions of years of evolutionary wiring designed to keep you safe and comfortable. Once that hijack occurs, you enter a predictable behavioral loop. It starts the moment you turn away from the intimidating task and choose avoidance. By dodging the stressful event, your brain rewards you with a hit of dopamine. For a brief window, you feel a genuine sense of relief, but that relief is temporary. The moment the distraction ends and reality sets back in, you crash into a wave of guilt and shame for wasting time. That guilt doesn't motivate you. It attaches itself to the original project. Now the work feels heavier and more intimidating, which triggers an even stronger anxiety response the next time you try to start. This self-reinforcing loop makes chronic procrastination harder to disrupt the longer it continues. It builds a psychological wall that willpower alone cannot break through. To break out of this cycle, you have to approach the problem from an emotional angle rather than a productive one. The first requirement is practicing radical self-compassion. Actively forgiving yourself for past procrastination neutralizes the accumulated guilt. This lowers your baseline anxiety, which turns off the limbic system's threat alarm and allows your rational brain to step back in. With the alarm quieted, you can deploy the second strategy, aggressively lowering the stakes of the work. Shrink the project down to a step so trivial that it feels almost ridiculous. Tell yourself you only need to open the document or write a single sentence. Make the demand so small that your emotional brain no longer registers it as a threat to your ego. Completing that one tiny action creates behavioral momentum. You cross a psychological threshold, and in doing so, you hand control back over to your prefrontal cortex. Reaching your highest goals doesn't require treating yourself more harshly. It requires recognizing the mechanics of your own mind and strategically managing your fear so you can finally get to work.